Hold, please. Just kidding. Subscribe and like the video, and that would help me out a lot. I am back. We're back with another Reddit video, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best I can do for right now. I'm waiting on parts. I'm waiting on things to come in. So we're gonna look at some stuff and make some comments and tell you how I feel. I would feel better if you liked and subscribed. We know that. We know that for sure. Let's see what we can see today. First up on the docket. Let's find something, Is there any way to negotiate prices? No. Porsche Cayman. What can I get for under $45,000? I don't know. What the fuck? Rock climbers sleep while suspended thousands of feet above ground. Yeah, I know they do, but you don't gotta read a book. Finish climbing. Oh, that makes me sick. Anyway. I have no idea what car I want. And this seems like open-ended as fuck. I've got about $12K to spend and need a solid daily driver. A few must-haves. Whoops. Cargo/hatch space for a snowboard or other bulky gear. Comfy for road trips. I don't want my friends hating the back seat. You have friends? What are you bragging on here? Don't come on Reddit and talk about your friends. Okay. Good in the snow and rain. I'm often driving home from the mountains. I'm 23, living in Virginia, and I commute 62 miles each way, 3 days a week, so roughly 360 highway miles a week, plus gym runs and errands. You, sir, sound fake, first of all, but let's talk about the kind of car he should get, because I don't know. I am sure some of these are probably not as important, but these are just wants. I really want something reliable, not expensive to maintain. I have been in the shop a lot this past year with my 05 Mazda 3. Given that budget and mileage, what cars, makes, models, years should I be looking at? All advice is appreciated. Thanks. My initial thoughts, 12 grand to spend. You want snowboarding space, you want comfy, you didn't mention anything about mileage. You did say good in the snow and rain, so something at least front wheel, if not all wheel drive. 12 grand is your limiting factor here. You're gonna need something like, I'd say Camry, but then you lose the space. Although roof rack on a Camry never looked more baller. Always for the roof racks, that's what I say. What about a used RAV, a used 4Runner, depending in Virginia, so they probably have a tax on them like I do in here, or they're just wildly out of range and expensive. For anything 4-wheel drive, what about a minivan? What about a early 2000 Sienna? Got tons of room, people in the back will love you. Snowboards, again, roof rack, fixes all your problems there. You're in an 05 Mazda 3, so you can obviously make a sedan work. What about old WRX, maybe? All-wheel drive, good in the snow, good in the rain. Cool. I don't know how comfy they are, though, especially for, like, the backseat for friends and shit. Let's go to the comments. I'm limited by price on this one, I think. You're looking for a very niche thing. You're looking for whatever's available around you for 10 grand, basically. That's what it sounds like to me. But, let's see. First comment, honestly, with 12K and that kind of mileage, I'd look at something like a Subaru Outback. Yeah. Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. Damn, I'm good. Or Mazda CX-5. You'll want all-wheel drive, really good tires for snow. All of those have hatch space for snowboard, comfort. Just aim for one of them with under 150,000 miles and a clean maintenance history. Ideally no rust. If it's been up north, avoid anything with major known issues like the Turbo Eco Boost Escapes or Supers with oil burning engines unless it's been fixed. You can't fix broke engines that burn oil. They just don't get better. agree with all of this. Me too. Well, but yup. All-wheel drive Honda CR-V or four-wheel drive Toyota RAV4. Yeah, man. Volvo XC70. Not bad. 2010 to 2012 Lexus RX 450 with good tires. Again, I think it's going to come down to whatever's available near you at the time. Like, are you willing to drive anywhere to get whatever car someone recommends that may be on sale somewhere in the country? If so, sick. Do it. But realistically, you're shopping in a Virginia market. I'm sure they're all going to be like all-wheel drive. Just find the one you like. It sounds like Outback, RAV, or CR-V are the best three that the internet is going to have to recommend you. What are signs to let you know you're getting old? Fuck off. Selling my car to private party. Best way to verify authenticity of cashier's check. I don't know. I would say take cash. Used cars. Car issues. We love those. Question. Picked up today Hyundai Kona 2021. After coming home, found out that the front fender liners are missing, left and right. Right rear tire is bald, and the car goes with only one key knob, which is cracked. I am more inclined to return it, but just curious if Carvana, its insurance, should cover it based on your experience. Ew. You bought a car from Carvana and it's broken as fuck. Probably need a key knob fob, I think is what you meant to say. Key fob battery for the second one, if it has it. Because it sounds like you have two, but it only works with one. Probably just need a second battery. Fender liners, sus. That means someone's been in there and doing something. Carvana's not going to cover shit. You should just return it. It is a used Hyundai that's been tinkered with. That's scarier than a brand new Hyundai. Get out. Get out now. Boom, boom, boom. Sold my BMW and feel sad. Anyone else? Yeah. Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Miscellaneous question. Just sold my 5 Series. I've had it since 2021. It didn't make sense keeping it, but I seriously feeling sad. People on here do not know how to write, and it kind of bugged me. It was a dream car, and I cherished it always until you fucking sold it. You didn't cherish it when you sold it. I bet you cherished the cash when you sold it. That's what you were cherishing. Anyone else sad after they sold their car? Yes. I've sold lots of cars. Not as many of my own cars, but I've sold all of the ones that I don't have, technically. Minis. My first Mini was the most sad I've ever been about selling a car. I did it out of necessity, and then I moved. I did it out of necessity, and then I moved not like a month or two later, and I didn't have to sell it. I just should have not. I loved that car. Supercharged, 4-cylinder, little screamer. But yeah, I get it. Ooh, first comment. When I sold my first S2000, I cried as its grinning new owner drove it away. I went inside and said to my wife, "What have I done?" I made it my mission in life to get another one as soon as I could. I will have another Supra. I will. That's the other car that should have never been gone. If only. But things happen. 16K for the S2000. May I ask? This hit my soul. Sold my E92 a few years ago, and I still think about it all the time. I genuinely enjoy checking the reg on MOT afterwards to see it failing and passing and getting some degree of love. Oh, this is all UK. Yeah, people stock their cars in the UK. I was listening to the Cream podcast. For all the Cream podcast enjoyers out there, I do partake as well. Top Dead Center, 2 Dead Center. You guys rock. Collab with me. That'd be cool. Anyway, yeah, they do like registration stocking of their old vehicles, and you can watch like if they pass their yearly inspections that they need to do there. Yeah. Looking for an off-road SUV, especially for floods. Sir, you want a boat. I think you're confused. Supercharged, turbocharged GR86/BRZ versus 911 C2S. even the headline, the beginning of this is stressing me out. I know the Porsche versus Twins comparison has been made time and time again, but I did some searching on here and couldn't find the discussion of forced air modded GR86 BRZ versus 911. Has anyone modded their car that has owned a 911, ideally 997 C2S, that could provide any insight on driving, feeling, power, handling, etc.? Always wanted a 911, the 997 generation specifically, but with their prices starting to go up now, grammar. But with their prices starting to go up now, so I'm considering other options and am cross-shopping with the BRZ with forced air kit. The kit would put it in the performance numbers range of the 911 through driving dynamics would obviously be different, but for 10 to 15K cheaper, even after the kit, I'd have a much newer, reliable car. Would you, though? You have a newer car. Would it be more reliable, though? Those engines scare me. Adding forced induction scares me, for those engines specifically at least. It's a lot. It's a lot on that little Subaru engine, and the FA20, although has been good for the most part, except for those 2% that just randomly catch fire and blow up and have oil issues and RTV issues, and oh wait, they're not that reliable. They are, but they're not. It's terrible. It's terrifying. And I don't know, personally, just get a 911. If you're literally that close in shopping and price, like, bro, just buy a 911. I had the 86, and it was a wonderful car, but it disappointed every time as well. That's the truth. Like, you just want it to be more. People that buy those want more, and they don't get it from those until they do a bunch of stuff to make them not reliable. And then what's the point of having the new thing? They're perfect as they come. They need spacers, but, like, other than that, they're perfect little cars if you leave them and you don't turn right too long. Anyway, comments. Assuming you install a lot of support mods, including a new clutch, HKS's $7,000 stroker kit, and JDL's $7,000 turbo kit, GR86 would probably have to push something like 420 wheel horsepower to compete with a 911. You would probably have to also run E85, a gritty oil cooler. This is doable, but expensive. The cost for all this with labor would probably be in the 15 to 20,000 range. You called the FA24D reliable, but for boosting, it's actually not very reliable at all. The core reason is they're designed with naturally aspirated ideology. What the fuck? So it has really high compression ratio, absurdly high for a turbo car. Once you stick a turbo in there, even with the stroker kit, you'd be creating a ticking time bomb. Yeah, that's basically what I said, but it didn't sound so pretentious, I don't think. Freaking wow. Pains me to see how high prices have skyrocketed on the 996, 997. Feels like it was only 10 years ago we could get a 996 C2S for around 15K. Okay, Grandpa. Jeez. I used to walk uphill both ways in the snow too, but you don't see me fucking complaining. Alright, last one. Just picked up EM1. What is it? Clear sign. You are getting older. Fuck you. That was in the last video. My baby. Oh. FT86. Oh. Oh. Oh, God. What happened? He probably tells us. Let's find out. Guy hit me on the highway yesterday, and we stopped at the right lane, and I spelled lane wrong. As cars drive past us on the highway, the second I saw no more cars coming, I opened my door, and he booked it and drove off. You got hit and run, fool. You should have cameras in these cars to catch everyone driving you around you. You should record every time you drive, because assholes exist, and that is such a shame. Hopefully you catch them. Damn. Well, I guess we're going to end on that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, do all the things. If you made it this far, I genuinely appreciate it. And just, thanks. Peace.